Today we're going to demonstrate a Node.js application. It's a flashcard generator. It's a study aid where you can create two kinds of cards, or you can play with two kinds of prepared cards. One is the basic, where you just have the front side and the back side, and the other one is the closed cards, where basically one word out of a sentence is missing and you try to identify that. So let's get started. And first choice you get is you can play with either prepared cards or you can create your own. So let's start with playing with the prepared cards, and then you get your choice of either the basic or the closed. Let's try the basic. And you get your first question: who was the president, the first one from 1789 to 1797, who lived in Mount Vernon? That would be Mr. George Washington. And wow, we got it right. We get these money signs, and we also get a little message saying you got it right. Next is, what president succeeded Abraham Lincoln when he was assassinated? Nobody knows this answer. And we're just going to write nobody. And so look, you have two things here. One, it tells you no, wrong. The answer is, it tells you what the correct answer is. And then again, we're firing the next question right away. And then so let's burn through the rest of this quiz. And we got the last two right. So if you get 75% or greater correct, you get this little, you got 3 out of 4. Your mom would be proud. Would you like to try again? Let's go no. And so now we are out. So now let's try to play the game again one more time. And we can play with the prepared cards again. Let's see how the closed ones look. And so we get our first question. Blank, the first permanent English settlement, was founded in 1607. For those of you who remember your American history, Jamestown. And again, so you see how I spelled it wrong, just one letter off, and it tells me wrong. The answer is Louisiana, not Louisiana. And the first one, you got it right. We get that familiar money signs. So let's burn through the rest of these because I want to show you what happens when you get less than 75% right. And we got those wrong, that one wrong, that one wrong, that one wrong. And then we have this little message that's sad. You only got 1 out of 7 right. You should ask for tuition refund. Would you like to try again? And let's no. And so exits the game. Let's start it over again. And now let's try to create our own cards. So, and let's start with you get to choose between creating the basic cards or the closed cards. Let's start off with basic cards. And enter the information on the front, and we're going to say my favorite pet. And who's my favorite pet? It's Bob. That's my cat Bob. And we can choose to either play with the card that we made, or we can create another card. Let's create another card. And let's say my second favorite pet. And that one's going to be another cat named Fred. And now we get to choose. You can either create a card or play with the new cards. You get the point. So let's try to play with them. And it asks you, this is the front of the card, my favorite pet. And so it's expecting Bob. Ah, we got it right. So this allows you to create your own cards and then play with them. So you can create your own study aid and then immediately start studying. And then my second favorite pet, and again, it's expecting Fred. We got 2 out of 2. Your mom would be proud. Would you like to try again? Yes. And now this one's just going to keep cycling through. So if you were to spend some time and make a whole bunch of cards, you could sit here and quiz yourself over and over again. So we'll get these wrong, and we got 0 out of 2. Would you like to try again? Let's say no. So now we're out of the game. So now let's create cards again. This time we'll do the closed cards. And now enter the information for the card, and we'll say Bob is my favorite pet. And enter the information for the closed. So this is going to be the word that's eliminated and replaced by the ... So let me show you what happens if you enter something that isn't one of the words. Make sure the close matches part of the question. This is a little bit of user input validation. So now, let's say Bob this time, and oh, that was for the Bob. That's not very exciting, but that's what it is. So let's create another card, and we'll say my second favorite pet is Fred. And then for the close, we'll do Fred, and that'll pull that out. So now we can play with the new cards, and because we made a mistake, this is just Bob. And yes, we got it right, and my second favorite pet is Fred. And that's right. So that is my flashcard generating game. I hope you enjoyed the demo.